aspects of health. That's right. Every week we share tips to improve your mental, social, spiritual, intellectual, obviously your financial, and your physical health. Today, our episode is how to improve your physical health regarding supplements. Woo, this could be fun. If you have never seen Millionaires Are Made, this is the show built on the fundamental beliefs that every person you meet knows something you don't, and there's something to be learned from everyone in this big, beautiful world. We here at Millionaires Are Made are on a mission to teach the world how to grow into the healthiest, happiest millionaires in all six aspects of life. So we went out and we got three awesome guests to give you three awesome tips on how to improve your physical health regarding supplements. In the spirit of authenticity, to remove as much bias as possible, before the show starts in the green room, we do not talk about our tips or advice. So when our guests come on and share their expertise, it's going to be our first time hearing it as well. Audience, this is an interactive show. We highly encourage comments and questions, and we actually ask and answer them live on air. And real quick, we're going to do one of my favorite parts of the show. It's our follower shout out on Facebook. Michael Sagert. You're still awesome, whatever your last name is. Instagram, Samantha Went. We love you so much. Thanks for following. TikTok, Nikki DeAngelis. YouTube, Bonnie Hardley. You guys are all awesome. Thank you so much. If you want to be shouted out, all you got to do is follow us. And we are also always excited to offer guest spots and topics. So if you want to be a guest, we're dropping the link right now. We would love to have you on our show. We know you have something to share. So just click that link and sign up, and we'll get an awesome topic for you to be a guest on. Speaking of topics, if you're going through life and maybe financially you're not 100%, maybe spiritually you feel a little lost without a purpose, whatever it is, if you have a topic for us, send it to us. We will go find three awesome guests to give three awesome tips on that topic and create an entire show just for you. If you like what we do, sharing and gathering as much knowledge as we can around the world, please help us in 2025 by liking, sharing, subscribing, hearting, stars, whatever it is, wherever you are. That's how we grow. So we love your any support possible. We also have merchandise available, so if you want to support by wearing awesome shirts or mugs or calendars or whatever, that link's being dropped right now. Go check out our merch, and we would love to have you there. And finally, one awesome thing that I love to do is give out free growth consultations. I spend my entire life learning, and I love teaching and sharing all my knowledge. So we're dropping a link right now, growwithaustin.com. You can sign up for a free session, and we can hang out, chat, and see if there's something I can help you out with it in life. I've been doing it for a while, and I'm getting really good at it, so come say hi. And before we bring out our guests, this show is brought to you by Brian K. Wright. If you want to get your brand in front of high-level entrepreneurs and personal growth leaders, reach out to Brian at the Ultimate Achievers magazine, where industry icons meet a content-first audience. Check that link right now. Next, we have Sarah Jones, who used to be married in debt and used to be in a failing marriage and was following some big debt relief company and eventually cut ties with it, sat down and figured her own life out, became a financial coach, and now travels the world in a happy marriage with her husband in a 7 billion foot long RV with like 6 things attached, and just teaches people and businesses how to build fun, healthy money habits. So if your finances aren't perfect, go check out Sarah and say hi. Next, for those of you that want to be a part of the whole baby boomer wealth transfer down as they all retire and sell their businesses, it's the perfect time to go check out Biz by Right. It's a matchmaking service for people who love buying and selling businesses. They go out and find cash flowing deals, vet them with AI wizardry, and connect buyers and sellers faster than you can say due diligence. Go check bizbyright.com. Your wallet will thank you. And our final sponsor for this episode is Coach Brian Parana, who is a husband, father of 4, and founder of The Call to Rise, helping busy men reclaim their health, energy, and confidence through simple, sustainable systems that fit real life. Go check him out. Brian's awesome. And that finally brings us to our first guest. But real quick, I just want to give a huge thank you. Yesterday, we found out that we were ranked number 103 on Apple Podcasts. Today, we did not break the 100 mark, so we are so close. But thank you all for watching, subscribing. We don't really promote Apple Podcasts. We don't really use it much at all. All of our episodes aren't even uploaded. So thank you all so much for putting us at number 103. Huge success to be on their chart. I'm very happy about that. And that all goes out to you guys. So let's bring out our first guest. Yeehaw. First up, we have Peter. Peter.
What's up, Austin? Good morning.
Who are you, Peter?
Guys, what's up? My name is Peter, originally from Hawaii, born and raised in Hawaii, and now living in SoCal. I am a homeopathic holistic health and wellness coach that works with homeopathic and holistic supplements. I believe that as we keep going on this journey of supplements, we want to make sure that whatever we put in our body, we know what the background is. Behind the scenes of my education, I'm actually a kinesiologist. I study the human body, the body mechanics of the body, and how the body moves, how the body digests, and how to learn how to eat right. So that's who I am, Austin.
I love it. I am so excited to hear the answer to this next question. Peter, if I wanted to improve my physical health with supplements, what tiny piece of advice would you give me?
I think the biggest part about the supplement industry right now, honestly, Austin, I want to really share with you is it's not regulated. So when I found a place in a company that really cares about the people, right? Not cares about paying Messi or Ronaldo to advertise a supplement, but cares about the people. Technically, I am the product of the product. I've lost 55 pounds in 70 days, Austin, without starving myself, without having a calorie deficit. And the reason why I say that so heavily is because if I had a before picture right now, Austin, in this stuff, they'd be like, what the heck? That was you? And I was like, nope, that was definitely the past of me. But because the industry is so broad and it's not regulated, people just buy because that's what they see on TV. That's what they see on social media. But technically, when it comes to the products and supplements, we want to make sure that we do our research, guys. Out there, I'm not going to diss anybody or I'm not going to put it out there, but I wanted to really share that, honestly, guys, those guys who are on TV, like Ronaldo, Messi, Tom Brady, they don't use those products. They have money to make their body the way it is, right? We're not all millionaires, but hey, can't go wrong with it. I mean, we can make our bodies millionaires by putting the right things in it.
Real quick, you do have a question. Messi or Ronaldo?
Ooh.
Let's go supplement-wise. Which supplements are better?
I would say, I'm not gonna lie, I'm both. You know, I think it's like right in the even, both of it. I think they're both two different generations of people, so I can't really compare. You know, I really can't. I think they're definitely different generations. I don't want to go into that conversation of soccer, but
way to get us off task, Perkezi. All right, Peter.
I like that
one last question for you. So yeah, supplements are not regulated. The FDA does not regulate them, and some companies use that as a loophole to sell you a pile of dog shit. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. But Peter, where on your life journey did you learn your piece of advice?
I actually, the journey where I started doing this is when I was at my heaviest, Austin, 260 pounds. Now I'm under 200, which I'm super happy about. Never hit 200 under 200 since high school, but that was like 10 years ago. Holy snap! But honestly, it's I learned it because I was so fat. I had pre-cholesterol, pre-diabetes, and hypertension, Austin, at the age of 20. Like, where would you hear about this, right? And so it kind of came upon me when I was looking for solutions, right? I did the calorie deficit, I did the starving, and it just didn't work. I did the dieting, and it didn't work. And so luckily, one of my friends who actually had this program, he actually introduced it to me, and now I'm in it for the game. I'm having fun with it, and the results speak for itself, man. The results speak for itself. So I know Austin's gonna tag my Facebook, Instagram on this later on, but if you guys want to see the before and after, it's on there. It is on. I'm pretty sure Austin saw it. I'm pretty sure Austin sees it, and he's probably pretty shocked about how that transformation goes. But I just eat right, man. Eat right, hide my supplements, and honestly, just do that, man. That's what it is.
All right, so I feel like when all three of us are out there, we'll talk more about which supplements, why, how, who, and all that. Until then, though, Peter, we're going to move on to our next guest. Thank you so much.
Sounds good.
Let's bring out Jennie. Jennie, who are you?
Hi, I'm Jennie Friedman, and I am a transformation coach that works with entrepreneurs. So some people think of me as a business coach. I'm also a happily married mom who works from home, living the laptop lifestyle with my kids
That's
and
the
my
life.
2 cats.
Oh, all
Yep,
right. I got one just laying right here.
you love it.
I'm
Yeah,
cat
they're
sitting
the
and
best
dog sitting.
thing.
There you go.
When you
Just
get to work and be with your cats, like life is really good.
yeah, something like that. I don't know. We're gonna move on. Let's move on. Jennie, I got an important question for you. If I wanted to improve my physical health with supplements, what tiny piece of advice would you give me?
So I'm going to tell you this from experience. I am 58, and you just have to be uh, giving yourself time and don't give up.
Give yourself time and don't give up. And that's why she looks 29. Tell us more about that, Jennie.
I have been through, like Peter, like overweight, massively overweight. I gained 80 pounds with both my pregnancies. I was pre-diabetic,
You gained
and
80
absolute
pounds in a pregnancy?
both of them, both times, 13 years apart. Yes, the doctor said
That's
because you're so
that's not
little,
normal, right?
no, it's not. But the doctor told me because you're so little naturally, your body's like any calorie coming your way, it's just holding on and it won't like anyway. So
Wow,
and
okay.
so I did give like, I've had times where I gave up and it was like, well, and aging is just this is the way it is. Like, you just kind of figure, oh, you get those pains in your hips when you get up in the morning, like that's not normal. And when I started talking about it, I found out there's actually help. And then to Peter's point, there's a lot of help that's not helpful. And then there's a lot of help though. If you don't give up and you be open, the biggest thing that can get in your way is thinking that you know things that you don't actually know. You think you know it
Ooh.
because of bias, right? You think you know it because you've heard from a friend, oh, this doesn't work. And so you think it doesn't work. You haven't realized you're different. Maybe it will work for you. So you have to try
Oh
things
man.
for yourself.
Maybe well, it was a physical health. So 3 weeks ago we had an episode on something, but I don't remember what it was. But it was I've done the show for a while. I've talked to thousands of nutrition experts, and one thing I fully believe is everyone's super different. And I've traveled the world too, so it's fascinating how you can have super skinny, healthy people in Iowa eating potatoes and meat every day. It's wild, but you
Yes,
can't. And
it is.
yeah, it's fascinating. So I'm glad you brought that up. Anything else you want to add on where you learned that advice, or should we move on to our next
Well,
guest?
I in my business, what I do is I help people looking at their charts like astrology and human design and the gene keys. And that's why I know for a fact that we're all so unique. I didn't know before I started doing this work. I kind of would have said, oh, generally people are like this or generally people are like that. Do you know each one of us are so unique? You owe it to yourself to really treat yourself like a one in a million kind of a thing.
I agree. Awesome. All right, Jennie, we're gonna move on to our next guest. He had some computer problems. We'll see if he's fixed them. Thank you, Jennie. Next up, we have a really vocal dog. Alfredo, are you with us?
Yeah, I'm here.
Awesome. All right. Tiny bit of a
Yeah.
delay. We'll push through it. Alfredo, tell me, who are you? Well, maybe it's not going to work out. Real
Who am
quick.
I? Sir, I'm a coach,
Yeah. Who are
mind
you?
and body connection coach. They grew up in Mexico as an only child from a single mom, and trying to connect with myself.
Okay.
I start moving and running on the streets without having any clue in what the
I thought we had it.
movement of my body was going to start giving me power in martial arts. Then I studied nutrition, and bodybuilding gave me confidence. It was kind of like a massage head para mí, so I can feel more stronger. And then I start connecting with people, not just to get well and get ripped and get muscles, but to change the mindset. So I crossed the border and I moved to LA, and I trained at Gold's Gym Venice for over 18 years as a private trainer. And I saw all the different trends of
Oh wow.
exercising and supplements. And people didn't realize.
Let's Alfredo, I'm going to interrupt you just for a second. I do want to ask you the most important question. If I wanted to improve my physical
That
health
they needed
regarding
to go.
supplements, what tiny piece of advice would you give me? Let's see if we can get that across before he breaks up. We might have to move on. Also,
First of all, I want to
Perkezi,
know.
we got a soccer episode scheduled.
Go ahead. What would I do if you want to improve? Well, first of all, I need to do an assessment and how's your mindset? Because I can train you in how to improve your speed, your agility, your neural connection. But if your mindset is wrong, if you're depressed, if you're angry, if you're not patient and to follow directions, nothing is going to help you because it's going to be just a minimum change. You're going to go back to the same habits. So I want to train you to change the habits so you can get real better. That'll be the
Awesome.
first
All right,
thing to do.
Alfredo. Um, it's a little bit tough with the delay, so I think we're going to move on to our round robin. We'll bring Jennie and Peter out, and hopefully your internet catches up a little bit there. We'll find out. Um, Audience, this is a great time to
Go ahead.
ask any questions you have. So let's start. Peter, can you quickly refresh what your tip was for us?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
honestly,
hope
when it comes to
you hear me
supplements, make
okay.
sure that you're doing your research on it. Do your research on it and make sure that you check it out and look at the people who are doing it and look at the third-party testings, look at the clinical studies, and not just buy things because Messi's representing it, or Ronaldo, or Tom Brady, or any of those guys that are representing it out there, because they're just being paid to represent it, but they're not really taking it.
I'm going to real quick, a little bit of a tangent, but relate to that. So I'm in another industry that's not FDA regulated, and that's the cannabis industry. And so cannabis, at least in regulated markets like Colorado, California, you have to have testing in labs. You have to have it mold and mildew free. But it still is not FDA regulated. So you do have celebrities like Wiz Khalifa and Snoop Dogg who try to build their brand because they're marketers, but they actually have different grows by different people in different states and countries and all that stuff. So even their own product is highly inconsistent, and you can't really prove anything because it's not FDA regulated. And so you do have to go through and look at test results and go and check all that kind of stuff. Jennie, what are your thoughts on Peter's tip?
Well, he's right. And I'll tell you, just to share a win, I just lost 10 pounds because I started a new supplement with a company that has all these testings with Live Good, and it's called Lean 8. And I started as a business opportunity, but then because, when you have a membership to something, you're like sneaking around, and I go, huh. And the interesting thing is this was not made for weight loss. This was made for metabolism for people who work out. So it's like, oh, who knew I could benefit from that? And what's happened is I actually feel like I want to eat healthier and I'm moving more. So there's like all the things that are in it are actually working for me, and it wasn't a weight loss. That's why I said be open to new things. You don't know.
Do you know what's in it? What it consists of?
Yeah, I can tell you.
Or what the main ingredient is?
Yeah, let's see. Wait, I'm sorry. I was like, I bet you were going to ask me that. And of course, stop it.
All right. While you're looking at
Here-
that, we're gonna go
here.
back to Peter.
I
Real
got
quick.
it. I got it.
Peter, what's your? Okay. Go
It
ahead.
says, well, it's got the green tea extract in it and these
Great.
antioxidants, right? And it says it's like
Know that one.
it has something that kind of mimics the GLP-1 stuff. So I don't do Ozempic or anything like that. This is all natural, organic, those things. So
I wonder what that is. Peter, do you want to tell us what supplements you use to lose 70 pounds in 50 days or whatever that option was?
Yeah, honestly, I think my supplement, what I take is to help balance my hormones, right? We all have stress through our days. We all have, biggest one is stress. We have hard time sleeping, hot flashes, for women's menopause. But we all have those. And actually, the company that I'm working with is called Partner & Co. The cool part about what we do is we focus on all natural holistic health, used from plants, nature, and science together, right? There's no chemical bound. And the cool thing about what I like about it is that we're Olympic certified. I don't think you can get anywhere with Olympic certified because it's the biggest thing in sports right now is doping, right? So these are actually my drops right here. I'm not sure, but Jennie has, but these are my drops, the Slender 8, Slender X, and Accelerate. That's been helping me lose 55 pounds in 70 days without calorie deficit, without starving myself. Because technically, the reason why we have a hard time losing weight is because of our hormones, right? Our hormones are out of whack, especially our cortisol level, our thyroid level, pituitary glands. Everything's just in whack. And so your body just inflames, right? You get flamed, you get bloated, you look a certain way and you feel a certain way, and you have not enough sleep where your body and metabolism is not going to work itself. So I'm still on my health journey. I think I'm down, almost, what's today? I'm 197 right now. I started at 256. I'm just keep on going. And the cool part is that like I get still enjoy food. I think a lot of people think like you have to go on a diet, you have to starve yourself, but no, I love enjoying my food, man. I gotta say. So I don't just eat chicken and broccoli.
All right, Peter.
Chicken and rice.
What are some of the top ingredients in those supplements that you're taking? And did you take supplements before you started taking these?
No, I actually didn't. I was so skeptical about the supplement industry, man. Like I'm telling you guys now is I can go to Costco right now
As am I.
and I can be like picking up a vitamin C packet and be like, I know exactly this is not 100% whole. So, and the reason, yes, I came back. The biggest thing in this one, in this Thunder X one, is ashwagandha. Right? I think ashwagandha is the biggest aspect right now.
So I take ashwagandha,
Me too.
but I just take raw.
I love
ashwagandha.
it. Yes.
And then
I
this
take
one, the
it too.
Accelerate, is my B vitamin, my green tea extract. And there's like fruits in here to help really boost up your energy throughout the day. So that's why I want to take these twice. It's like your caffeine. It's like your coffee. It's like your C4 to people out there, you gym bros, rain or whatever you want to call it, but all natural. And there's no crash to this, right? So that's the biggest aspect of what we have. But I didn't take supplements before this, man. I really was so against that, so skeptical. It took me a long time to go on it, but when I went on it, it was like uphill from there. I felt super good. As I said, I'm actually part of who I am. I'm a tennis coach too. I'm still a high performance athlete myself competing. So I want to make sure that I don't get in trouble for doping. But I also want to be able to share that with my students and go out there and do what I need to do.
I'm super fascinated. So I've never, so I do supplements, but I just do like raw single supplements. Like I take turmeric, I take ashwagandha, I don't remember, some other stuff.
Why not have
green tea extract? I'll
two
take
bottles, man. So you don't have to buy singles, just have it in two
See,
bottles.
I used to do that myself.
We'll look into it, but I'm gonna be very fucking into those ingredients because all I want is ground up dried plants.
Yep.
Ground up dried plants or herbs.
I got you, man. I got you.
Alfredo, are you with us right now?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Alfredo, tell us what your top 3 supplements are that you take daily, if you do.
Well, I take prebiotics, and I take some of the mushrooms,
Probiotic?
some of the Asian mushrooms. But first of all,
we had him. I was trying. Mushrooms. That's fascinating.
Focusing on having a body why wasting money?
All right, so
Right, why wasting money if you can change this so you can start absorbing better the nutrients?
that's
So those
fascinating.
Right.
two are the
That's a
ones that I
fascinating argument.
take: probiotics and some of the mushrooms. You know, the 4 mushrooms, more basics. They're pretty helpful.
Which 4 are those? Okay. That also
Yeah,
brings
go
us
ahead.
into like mushroom coffees.
Yeah.
Super important or super trendy right now is switching out of coffee beans or maybe a little bit of coffee beans and doing these mushroom coffees, which I definitely have taken. They use all natural ingredients, which is great. I don't know. I don't really drink coffee for the caffeine. I have massive ADD and energy problems already, so I just drink coffee just to have. I'm sober, so I don't drink alcohol. So coffee is just like a flavored water that I put in my mouth.
Right.
Um, that's
I'm the
weird.
same way, man. I'm the same way, dude. I think
Tea's the same thing, right? It's
it's my
like,
coffee, man. Like,
Yeah.
give me that natural.
So let's talk a little bit more about supplements. So you guys both have a. Okay, so you guys both have products that are like a multiple supplements put into one. And you guys use it every day, I assume, correct?
yes.
Fascinating. And Peter, you didn't take supplements until what convinced you to start taking this product?
Honestly, man, that's when I felt fat, dude. Like, I'll be honest. I'll be so transparent right now. I just felt so fat. But honestly, no. Going back to that, really, as a tennis player, as a tennis coach, going to the doctors, having both knees, having bad knees, 2 ACL grade 2 strains, and an MCL strain on my left, my doctor gave me 2 choices. He says, you either lose weight or you quit tennis. That's one of the 2 choices. And during that time, I was just talking about earlier, I had the triple threat at 20 years old, right? 21 years old, hypertension, pre-diabetes, and pre-cholesterol at a young age. And that didn't make any sense to me. So I had to find a solution to really lose weight. And when I did the research on this company through my education and really look into it, I think the biggest aspect is, hey, why not give it a try? Like, it's all natural, okay? It's holistic. There's 30 third-party testings. There's published clinical studies. So why not give this a try? At first, I was like, you know what, whatever, it's cool. But then when I really dialed it in and really learned what the product can do, the first time I went through this, I lost 35 pounds in 40 days. So I know the product works.
Nice.
And then, of course, you go through different relationships, you gain that relationship weight, you don't really pay attention to what you eat. And then I went to my second heaviest, right? Just recently, 256 pounds. And now I'm actually 197 of this morning, since April, 197. And it's just the cool part of it, seeing the product works, but not seeing like someone else represent or anything like that, but myself representing the product itself and really believing that, hey, like if it works for me, it's going to work for everyone else if they really want it.
All right, question, Peter. Do you have to take it for the rest of your life?
No, you don't. Once you reach the eight, like the, I got you there. I know you're gonna ask me that. See,
I mean, we'll find out when you stop taking it.
No,
I'm
honestly,
curious. We're gonna have to keep tabs on Peter.
honestly, the biggest aspect of reason why I like it is not for the weight loss. As Jennie said, her product is not for the weight loss itself. My product actually helped me balance my hormones to get better sleep, to not have hot flashes, to not be having anxiety, not stress out. So that's actually the reason why I take it. It's not for me to lose weight at all. Actually, once I hit my weight goal of 185 or a shredded body, I'm just gonna take it to maintain my life. Maintain my anxiety.
Are you also changing your diet a little bit and exercise a little bit as well?
I actually, when I lost 55 pounds in 70 days, guys, I didn't exercise at all. I just go through my daily job. I just walk. There's no.
Well, that can't be healthy to not exercise
No.
at all.
So-
Yeah,
so
that's
I walk
walking
30
is
minutes, right?
exercise.
I guess walking is exercising, right? But not like to the gym and like working out kind of thing.
Right.
Now I do it to like have my physique, but I don't do it based off to lose weight. I mean, it's funny when I started working out and adding it, I lost more weight per day than I usually do without working out. I teach for 5-6 hours, Austin. I'm running around for 5-6 hours, man. So I guess that's my exercise when it comes to tennis, but not to the gym. But no, honestly, like my diet is eating whole foods, eating the foods that we're supposed to be eating for our bodies, right? Not the processed food, not the
That's
canned
huge.
food. But I don't really have a diet, dude. I have a lifestyle change. Like I changed my lifestyle to really fit the life that I want.
When are you gonna stop taking it?
When? No, not ever. I just love it, man. I'm not stopping
All right.
this, dude. Once you take it, it's almost like
Now you're addicted for
I'm
life.
addicted
You have
for
a
life,
crutch for the
man.
rest of your
That's
life.
what it is, dude. But it feels good. Like I have never had like I swear I was on your episode like 3 weeks ago. Like if you go or it's like a month ago or something like that, I remember like you asking me like if you look at that picture to me now, I think you'll see a difference, man. I think you'll see a difference in energy too. So we might have to double check that, Austin. But I'm keeping this for life, man. I'm not.
You seem very energetic right now, Peter. You seem very energetic. Okay, Jenny, you said that one of your ingredients is a natural GLP-1,
So
which is like
all of them,
trendy buzzword.
yeah, all of the stuff is natural in this company, and it's all third-party tested, and you can click on a button and read each test of it. It gets really nerdy out like on that kind of stuff if you want. That made me feel better about it and made me curious to
Nice.
try
I'm a
it,
nerd.
because I was like, but I will say, the thing that people need to realize is that our food nowadays, especially here in America, the food is not nutrient dense like it was back in the 60s and 70s.
True.
So when
True.
you're thinking, oh no, now I have to take vitamins, I can only say, like for myself, that the natural Jenny, just eating food, like, doesn't, I don't believe I can get the energy that you think, oh, I just want natural energy. I feel more naturally energized when I have the supplements in my body. I think that's because I'm not getting it from the food. And it's not because I have a shitty diet. It's because I think that the food overall just is kind of stripped. It's chemicals added when we don't, preservatives or whatever it is. Yes, I can go buy vegetables and fruits and all that stuff, but like my whole diet doesn't consist of that because I've got kids that aren't going to eat as healthy. They'll eat some, but like there's a lot of chicken around this house, like there's not a lot of vitamins and minerals in the chicken, Yeah.
So then I guess for your guys' products, what I would first ask is, could I replace your product just by eating? So I don't know what else is in there, like just turmeric. That's a great additive that a lot of people have. Could you just eat more turmeric? And maybe you guys each have like 10 ingredients in your product. Could you just focus your diet and get that same
I'm going to tell
energy?
you why no. And I'm an amateur person. Like I'm not.
Yeah, I want to know why no.
Because you're not going to put it in the right proportions. And you hear about people doing this dumb stuff, right? I thought turmeric was good, so I ate so much of it that then I had like some problem happen with my spleen burst because
I turned orange.
Whatever, right? Like, yeah, and it's because the way that there is professionals who do this day in, day out, chemists who have actually figured out on a micro level the specific amounts of things that need to be blended, and in combination is actually the magic factor. You can't really do that on your own unless you want to be like, you got nothing else going on and you just want to learn to be a chemist like that. Like, and I don't see why. And it's so easy to just take.
So then on that note, I will also argue that every person is different. And so I bet there is a company out there that does individual I know you can get tested. I know you can figure out what you have deficiencies in. And I bet you that there's supplement companies that like combine that.
Yep.
So that is also fascinating to me too.
Yes.
Interesting. Real quick, oh my God, I didn't realize we were going to take so long on this episode. We got to wrap this shit up. But I do want to shout out, man, I feel like I've been doing this shout out for like the last like 10 episodes. There's a book that I studied in college. My degree is in mathematical economics. And one of my economics classes was an amazing professor, Aju Fen. You're great, love you. And it was called The Economics of Addiction. So we really focused on like addiction like blows every economic model out there, right? Because usually as you get more stuff, you want the next one less, right? Once you have 10 gold watches,
the law of diminishing
you don't want
returns.
the 11th one.
The law of diminishing returns.
Yeah. Exactly. So we did it on addiction, but we read this book that was amazing, and the guy is smart. It's called The Edge Effect by Dr. Eric Braverman. So this book basically takes so he breaks it down to your neurotransmitters, and he has tests in there so you can figure out which one of yours you're lacking in: dopamine, serotonin, acetylcholine, GABA, whatever it is. But it goes into supplements and hormones and diet. And I think there's like 7 different factors about how you can make your brain. So when Peter, you're saying your hormones are balanced, it made me immediately think of him. And then it also made me think that this mass-produced product you both are promoting, that maybe there's a way to make it so it's more pertained to you, but also that sounds like it costs money. So maybe your products are like more, it fits 70% of people or something like that. And so now we just went on a tangent that didn't really have a conclusion. But maybe you want to read The Edge Effect. Maybe that's the conclusion. Go read The Edge Effect with Dr. Braverman and see what he's doing. His office is in New York City, and he does a lot with hormones and your brain health and your whole body. So that's kind of fascinating. Okay, we are so far behind. It is time for us to come up with our daily challenge. We need to come up with a task or series. Oh, this might be interesting. We need to come up with a task and or series of tasks that takes less than 5 minutes a day, costs $0, and is available to anyone in the world on how to improve our physical health with supplements. What ideas do you guys have?
I'm going to say drink a big 18-ounce glass of water first thing in the morning.
Okay.
Everyone can do that. It's free, and it's life-changing.
It is. I did 75 hard like 4 years ago and started drinking a gallon a day, and the last 4 years are very different. So let's see supplements. So I would say that maybe I think the biggest one is research. Obviously we're not going to be like, take 10 random supplements and see how you feel that day. So I would say we maybe pick, I don't know, Google the top 7 supplements and you just research it every day and see how you feel about it. It's probably going to pop up. Ashwagandha is probably going to be top 5.
I was going to say ashwagandha.
You're probably going to have.
Wait, if someone's researched it and saw it and gave it a shot, they'd probably love it.
So good.
Yeah, so then you just have to figure out which company you want to buy it from, which, at this point, ashwagandha is so popular that there's probably 100 brands that have true, authentic ashwagandha. Turmeric's probably another hot one that we hear nowadays. Collagen's another one. Yeah. So I think that's probably a good start, is just pick one and research it and see. You could even do like a symptom. If you're like always tired, it could be like supplements that give me energy. Right. And maybe you research 2 or 3 of them and you're like, hey, these are ones I'm interested in. I think researching at least, let's do 2. Research a good supplement for an ailment you're
lacking in. Or
I'm going to say for help.
A challenge.
For help.
Challenged it. Yeah, there we go. Challenged. There we go. I think that's a good one.
You want for your future self. I'm going to put this in these words because I want you to think of where you want to be in like the next week.
Oh, I like
maybe you want more energy. Maybe you want more intelligence. Maybe you want to whatever it is. Maybe you do want to lose weight. And so you got to figure out whatever the naturally occurring GLP-1 is. And everyone has, and maybe you have 5 different things you want. Okay, well then let's research a supplement for each one. And then maybe Jennie and Peter's companies have what you need. Cool. Go fucking check out their Instas. Go follow them if you want to see their health life. And Peter lose 50 pounds in 70 days. Go check them out. But then also, I believe everyone's different. And so maybe theirs is not perfect for you, but maybe they have another product that is. Or maybe you can find maybe there's got to be a company out there that tests your blood and your DNA and creates one. Sounds expensive, but maybe
just stay open and keep trying. You. Listen, if I had stopped trying years ago, I wouldn't feel like I do today. I'm just telling you, just stay open and keep trying different things. And if it doesn't make you feel better, then quit taking it.
And also, maybe make sure you do the recommended dose, because I feel like when I first started green tea, I was chugging that shit. It was not good.
There you go.
But thing with supplements, I am going to put a caveat in there. They are not FDA regulated, so you got to do your own research on your own. Not that the FDA really is all that great, depending on how you trust government entities. But you have to do your own research. And don't forget that supplements are trendy. Don't like in the 90s and 2000s, omega-3 was everything. then you got calcium, and you have vitamin C. Everyone wanted to take their vitamin C every day, and so
Yeah, we have this one called
those-
methylene blue. It's like some hot trendy thing.
okay, tell me, so
My clients with
methylene blue.
ADHD love it, and I'm like, I don't know. I've heard bad things about it, but the way this company's talking about it, I'm like, okay, so I tried it, and it didn't really do it. I mean, I was like, okay, I don't know.
It's chemically bound.
One thing with supplements too is you may not feel it.
I
mean,
didn't
you can
feel it
take
at
a
all.
supplement
But
and
some of my clients, like I said, the real sensitive people, they felt like massive
So,
amounts of energy.
So I've heard about this recently. I just like a couple months ago met this guy, and he's like pouring it in his drink, and I'm like, "Why are you pouring this blue stuff? Is that Mio or something like that?" And he goes, "Oh no, it's methylene blue. I swear by it." I'm like,
Some
"Oh."
people do, and then me also.
In my life, the only time I've heard of methylene blue was when we were kids. We used it as a prank so that you would pee blue or green.
Yeah.
And the only way you could buy it was from a fish tank store because they use it in fish tanks.
Yeah.
And so when he said methylene blue, I was like, dude, methylene blue makes you pee green. And we use it as a prank, and you have to go to a special. There was only like 2 fish stores that would
And
sell
it turns
it.
your tongue blue. It's very
It
fun.
does.
Yeah, and now it's like all over the place. I'm like, I am holding off because I used to use that. And like I believe that when we bought it, they were like, "Hey, be careful ingesting this. It could be bad for humans." And we were like, "Oh, don't worry. We're just gonna make a little bit so his pee is green, so he freaks
They're
out."
like, if you're on
And now
depression
it's
medication,
everywhere.
if you're on depression medication, you can't take it. So it has something to do with the neurotransmitters and all that.
Well, 16-year-old me should have done more research. Okay, awesome. Meth reminds me of Walter White. Oh, that sounds about right. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to wrap up the show. We took a long time. Thank you so much. Alfredo, thank you for your input. Peter and Jenny. And I don't know, we probably have to do some sort of disclaimer with supplements. They're not FDA regulated. Don't take health advice from people you see on a TV show. But go do some research. Hopefully you learned a lot. Yeah, crazy amounts of stuff. And another thing I will say, just like with every episode, there's pros and cons to just about everything, and everyone takes different routes. If you love Peter, hell yeah, I hope that you go follow Peter's route. It's amazing. If you love Jenny, you love Alfredo, go follow the route. I hope it's amazing. If you take little bits from all of them, even better. That's great. But just about with everything, that's why we have 3 guests on the show. Everyone has different paths, and hopefully you find the great one. But hopefully you learned a shitload about supplements. And obviously, you know, they exist because people aren't taking them, like calcium supplement, not getting in your daily diet. All these other things like turmeric, all that other stuff, they have certain things in them that are important to your health. And so it's up to you to figure out which ones you really want and don't want and how much. And you're going to have to go research it yourself.